Now here's 2,500 bucks and 3-star gems. Do it again for more. No! Yeah, we got money. And we got gems. And we got a special figure.
You know, I feel like it would take me an unbelievably long time, but I feel like that could be done with Ice even without a second player.
Oh yeah, you could do
because,
that.
like, I can't, and I did several times, just, like, unblock, go do some little bit of chip here and there, and then block again. Like, Ice is shockingly good through that.
Now, if you'd use Toy Hammer, okay, that's it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Putting that on my mantle.
Let's see what it says about this, because that actually has, like, okay, unique convergence of elements from native beast souls to ethereal butterfly. Gave a stubborn soul one last chance at revenge. This new creation, driven by pure chaos, was defeated by the bright light of Kirby's hope. The last bit of
and
life...
Ice.
The last bit of hope, the last bit of life that remained willingly returned to Elfalin. At last, two become one. And then you throw a big old light sphere through Hades' heart, and that's the end of Shadowbringers. When do we beat up Hartford? Kirby, you're amazing! Did you realize that you conquered all the Colosseum tournaments? Yeah, I did. To honor your landmark achievement in the realm of arena-based combat, I got you a gift.
Oh boy.
This special figure is all yours. Congratulations.
Is it gonna be him?
Probably is. I don't think we gotten one for him yet. Yep.
Hey, announcer dude.
Be careful
Holding
of that
the mic.
Be careful of that microphone. If he holds that, he kills you instantly. Why haven't you done this tournament?
Because it's only got 3 uses.
You did everything. Go touch grass.
I am.
Congratulate you on surviving the brutal battles of the Ultimate Cup Zeta. A new photo has been added to the wall inside Kirby's house.
Oh boy.
As you clear different modes, new photos will be added. Nope, we ain't doing that. Keep talking. There are 10 photos. Nope, keep doing that. We ain't talking. We ain't doing that.
What do you mean different modes?
Try to reach 100% and become a master of all things Kirby?
What do you mean different modes? We're playing on hard.
Trader D has arrived in town. If your collection is missing a figure, he'll trade one of the... Nope, we ain't doing rare
Nope,
stuff.
I'll just gotcha for it.
I got the money now. What's this photo they're talking about?
Oh, we're actually only missing one photo.
Yeah, well, what's the one photo?
Yeah.
You know, it's probably getting all the stuff. That's the Colosseum one. And that's the movie one. So we may have to go into the movie theater to go like, hey, did you see everything? And he goes like, no, you missed a secret one. Go find all the Hal rooms, and we strangle him.
I think that means we can gotcha for the other one, though. So let's go do that real quick. Hey, how you doing? Oh, fine, I'll talk to you.
Instantly. Hey, Kirby, listen, you're collecting gotcha machine figures, right? Listen, 20 bucks. I'll give you 5 pulls. You won't get your 5-star, but you gave me 20 bucks.
I'm good.
Just gonna keep
I'll just gotcha the gotcha. It's only $100 and I'm only missing one.
Yeah, it's $100 or guaranteed.
And they give you a guaranteed after like a couple losses too.
Yeah, but it's also like, oh well,
yeah, there it is.
Phantom, the lone illusionary fool. Okay, let me try that again. All right, take
Illusory.
Take 2. The lone illusory foe that you encountered outside of Forgo Dreams. When Fecto Forgo tried to control Meta Knight, like, wait, when did that happen? Trying to control Meta Knight like he had King Dedede, the experienced swordsman came out on top through sheer force of will. The result was this mysterious doppelganger, formed by the residual psychic energy.
Okay, so like Dedede and Meta Knight were here, and the way it took over Dedede, it also tried to take over Meta Knight.
So that might explain why Meta Knight was protecting the town, because he was like, wait, this thing's trying to take over people. I gotta make sure this town's fine.
Yeah, like it tried to take over Dedede and Meta Knight, and it managed to take Dedede, and Meta Knight's just too boss for that, I guess.
Well, yeah, for Dedede it probably went like, here's some food, and for Meta Knight was like, I could probably help you beat Kirby, and he was like, no, my Spanish accent can defeat Kirby all by itself.
I don't think that talked to him. I think it just reaches into your mind.
I can explain the Kirby lore to you. Oh, I'm totally in for that.
Oh yeah, all the movies are now available in the cinema. That's all the that's all.
Now
the
here's
photos.
a special figure.
Heck yeah.
That's a big gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, Usher Duaddle-Dee. As
Hey.
a bonus reward for collecting every figure, you will now hear special music playing over the collection screen.
Oh boy.
100% clear!
All right.
Congratulations! Fuck this game. 0 out of 10, never playing it again. Didn't give me my cat girl.
I'm good actually.
You guys enjoy it? I'm going to go look at my collection.
Okay, so they're out here. Oh, that was a coin.
Yeah, it's always in the grass over here.
What does this go up to? Oh, keeps going.
Hey, 95, that's how hot it's been out here. I think his end credits theme. Okay, he's got something to say to her.
Yeah, we wanted to know where Leo went. Leomon went.
What?
Leon Gar.
Yeah, well, Leomon dies in every fucking episode, in every series. So. Oh, you know what? Here's a fun thing. They did a reboot of the Adventures, like a 2020 version.
Yeah, I remember
Guess
that.
what? Leomon survives that version.
Oh man.
I know, it took them years, but Leomon actually survived a series for once. The guy who actually did Tamers didn't realize that would become a bit from now on, so he basically said, like, if I get a chance for another one, I'm going to make sure Leomon lives to the end.
Yay! Where is he? By the way.
I don't know, probably making sure everyone... What happened to all the people? Okay. What's with all the ruin? Okay, we're just going to keep moving. Alright, that's the end of that conversation.
No, they just up and left. They're gone. Who knows where they are? I mean, that was the lore that we got. We know what happened now.
I know.
Hey, what do you say now that I've got everything?
Whoa, you already have a complete collection. Okay. Would you like to trade me one of your... Trade one of my figures for one of my... No, okay. Well, that's fine. You got a complete collection. I'll just rob
I
your
mean, I
house
guess
later.
if you want a duplicate for some reason.
I guess. In case you want like a full shelf of muscular cat guys.
Something like
I mean,
that.
it's your thing, guys. Not my thing. You know what my thing is? A truck.
A truck.
That's right. You thought it was going to be that thing.
I thought it was going to be a muscular cat girl.
I mean, Aisha Clan is definitely the Herbo of that series, so... I want to see what the last picture is.
She is.
Hey, look, there's the last picture.
Hey!
She is 100% that. And I will fight anyone to the death who says otherwise. Alright, that's 100%. Oh, whoop, I'm in midair.
Okay, so what do we got? We got to display figurines. Boom.
Yeah, definitely him.
Display.
You want to do...
Morpho Knight?
Yeah, Morphonite, that'd be one. How about we do the Royal Couple, too? They earned it.
Oh, I was going to put the truck back up.
Oh, okay. I don't think the truck went away. Oh, okay, it did.
Just, it's weird how the order goes.
Yeah, it's...
Like, it may have overridden the truck with one of the other ones.
It's probably one of those, like, it would be easier if I could, like...
Yeah.
I like it. It's like it's actually, like, shortest to tallest. Man, I can't believe we actually 100%ed this game.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, hey, you had something new to say here. What's up?
If you don't know what to do, go talk to Kirby. Kirby will solve your problems. It's what he does. And he kills gods.
Oh, so many
To
gods.
solve problems. You got a problem? What god do I kill to solve it?
It's like the opposite of Frederick's line, the critical line. Pick a god and pray. Kirby's like, pick a god and let me kill it.
It's like, oh, you have a problem? What god is in charge of that? I'll solve your problem for you.
Oh, wow, you actually could have powered it up.
Not a second time, unfortunately.
I know, but that first time could have saved us, like, maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah. There goes our speed run.
God, what is
ruined?
What is the speedrun ability you use for the the true Colosseum?
Oh, for the Colosseum, I have no idea. Probably either sword or hammer would be my guess. Like, they're the only two with the highest level evolution, and they just rack. Okay, so we've upgraded those two.
Yeah, Ranger and Ice.
So if you did want to continue playing post-game-wise, we've done all that there is to do in the official game. But if you did want to, you can always just keep upgrading stuff, and that'll actually make doing the arena easier and easier each time.
I don't think we care to go that far,
Yeah, I'm
though.
good. Otherwise, we've got our collection. Everything here, even in the fourth one. Just take a quick look at everything. Because I don't know if I actually sat down and...
I don't think we got an extra hour to sit down and go through everything.
Yeah, and just sit down and look at, like, show everything off. The vast majority of these you get through the gacha.
Yeah.
There were a couple in Volume 1 that you did not get through the gacha, and they gave you the indication of, you've got to do this, like these.
Yeah, like the special ones, like you gotta go do this thing for that thing.
Yeah, and then there were a couple in Volume 4 that did the same.
Well, Volume 4 was mostly like post-game stuff. This was like...
town building stuff, almost. Yeah. Like, hey, as long as you deal with everybody here in town and play all the mini games,
I would say that's
good.
The one thing I'm disappointed about this game is that the town building gets done so quickly.
Yeah, I was really hoping for more town building.
Like, we got this done, like, what, episode 20-something?
Yeah, it was like by the end of World 1, almost. We were done with the whole first building area, and it wasn't until the end of World, like, 3 that they blew it out more so we could actually expand the town more.
And I get it.
And then we were done by, like, the end of World 4.
And I get it, that the fact that it's like, you know, we went out of our way to get all the Waddle Dees, and, like, not everyone has to do that, but it's also like, yeah, we went out of the way to get all the Waddle Dees, and, like, you free the first 200 and you're done building up the town, and the last 100's just, like, I get bragging rights just to get all the Waddle Dees.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they added more stuff for, like, further completion, instead of just... I feel like what they added was stuff that they wanted to guarantee that you got. So they only added, like, baseline stuff, like, oh, here's some minigames in the shops, like, stuff you kind of need. I feel like it would have been nice if they added more, like, specialty areas for going out of your way to get even more Waddle Dees. The kind of stuff that would have been okay if maybe the player didn't unlock this.
Yeah, where's the black market Waddle Dee that sells me, like, illegal stuff?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, a guy that you can go get coins or whatever, and he'll sell you gemstones. He's just, like, standing behind one of these buildings going, hey, I got a star gem for you if you got 2,000 coins.
Where's the Bub's concession stand of Waddle Dees in here?
Just be like a guy, like, standing up here or behind one of these buildings.
Buy my stuff, Kirby, and it'll be illegal and broken.
Have a You could, like, buy specific gotchas from him, but they'd have, like, a stupid price.
One leg from Kirby. What? Give me
it could even be like this guy. Instead of just some guy chilling over here, it'd be the friggin' Bubs guy.
Yeah.
Standing off to the side. Going, I'll give you one of the things you don't got, but you gotta give me a star gem.
Call him Bubs D.
Bubs D.
Bubs D's nut, yo.
Yeah,
okay, real quick. We keep doing... Just go down this way. I know it's just going to lead us back to, like, the beginning thing, but it's like, you keep going, and I'm like... We keep snapping by, and I just want to go back down here. We didn't have to go into the level, but...
Yeah. Oh, it actually takes you all the way back here. I thought it'd take you to, like, the end, and then you could run backwards.
Well, we could just do this last level and just get over our little bits here, since we're not getting credits.
Okay, so, your final thoughts, and then
My final thoughts?
I'll try to be quick with mine.
Well,
I know I usually, like, talk a book.
Well, see, the thing is that I like Kirby, But my problem is I really like Kirby now with Bandana D as the second character, so it's really hard for me to get invested in a Kirby game with Bandana D in it and go like, well, I want to play as Bandana D. So it's like, I'm not against... I actually really like this game. I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's the safe Kirby and everything, so it's not as fun, but it's like, yeah, but I'm having fun. I like Waddle Dee. He does great. How could I not like Bandana D? Bandana D's best bro. Overall, I like it. I can't really say much to Kirby's gameplay because, you know, I played Bandana D the whole time. But from what I saw, it's very...
It's good crap.
Yeah, very flexible. So, you know, like, your whole thing, you can do close range, you can do mid-range, you can do long range, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, it's very adaptive of how you want to play the game. Like, there's an ability there or something you can do for how you want to play.
Yeah, the puzzles weren't exactly like brain busters or anything like that, but they were definitely one of those make sure you got the right power at this moment kind of thing, but the game wasn't like,
They usually put it nearby.
Yeah, it's not like some games or some Kirby games where it's like, nope, you gotta leave the level and come back with the ability.
Oh, that would have been bad. But no, they always made sure you had it.
Yeah, and I like the mouthful mode. That stuff was hilarious. Yeah. I did like the challenge. I like the Beast Pack. I think they're a fun, like,
yeah,
enemy turned ally kind of thing at the end. Just to add some flavor to this. Speaking of flavor, Nintendo, whenever you want to release the Kirby Historia and like they start explaining some stuff,
oh crap!
Let us know. We'll buy it. Because I swear you have a weird lore for this thing, and I'm annoyed that you don't explain any of it.
And we want to know.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm not annoyed.
I don't necessarily like dropping an F-bomb out of here, but what the fuck?
I'm not annoyed that they don't explain. I feel like, in the vein of Eldritch Horror, the less you explain, the better. Like, the horror comes from the mystery and the unknown.
And I
if they tell you, then,
I appreciate that. But this is the second Kirby game where we've had an abandoned Earth-like planet. I would like to know at some point. And there's only so much of like, oh, well, it's probably this. No, I want to know. But, you know, I liked it. The Beast Pack was fine. I like the... didn't give you all the abilities I thought they could give, but they gave you what you needed. So it wasn't like you definitely
need the car.
Like, you weren't missing rock, but it was definitely kind of like, this feels weird without rock. But, you know, it was definitely a weird bit of challenge all of a sudden where it went from like, you know, we're going like, God, this main game is just like easy, and then like the end game was like, oh man, we suddenly hit Savage mode out of nowhere.
I mean, that's how it goes. That's typical Nintendo, really. Like, for everybody who complains about like, oh, Nintendo games, they're kid games. No, they ain't. You ever tried to complete some of the harder stuff in these games? The intro is accessible to many people, so kids can play that. And then for not kids, there is more game.
But overall, I'd say I liked it. It's definitely worth it. I would say it's definitely worth the price.
Especially donuts.
All things considered. I think people are always like, is this worth the price? And it's like, look how many videos we have.
Oh, this game is absolutely worth the price.
Yeah, this is definitely you love Kirby, you already have this game. If you want more Kirby, if you want like try something,
it's Kirby.
Hey, that was Kirby. We finally saw him in that whole thing. Like if you wanted something different from Nintendo and haven't done a Kirby game before, this is definitely like a nice little primer for all of it. But I think that's the general consensus, is that like the 3DS Kirbys have been better Kirby games, while this is the safer bet. And I'm like, yeah, it may be the safer bet, but you know what? It worked out.
Just gonna kill all the fish.
Yeah, really, try to get the big one. Also, Clawrine Best Girl. That's my last final thought. Go on.
Okay, I'll try not to take super duper long.
Yeah, I kind of fumbled around a lot. Especially because you played Kirby, so you got his mindset.
Okay, so, I think the challenge was good. I don't think it was overly difficult or anything. I think it was fair. The only place that I feel like we had a genuinely difficult time was the end of the Ultimate Cup, and that's fair that's hard.
Let's put it this way. The only time you died in the entire game was that last boss of the Z Cup.
That is true. I think that's the only time I've outright died.
You've only died there. I died the most in the arena, but that was because we were taking advantage of me being immortal, essentially.
Yeah. And like we kind of cheated in with Ice's guard, but we got so far with the friggin' Morpho Knight. I feel like we could have done it with Morpho. I could have, especially a second time now that we know what's what.
You could have done it if you hadn't like accidentally just gone thinking you did the star instead, but I'm not blaming you for that. That was definitely one of those under the moment pressure things, but yeah.
Anyway, though, so this is Kirby's first proper 3D controlled game, and if I didn't know that, and you told me that, I wouldn't believe you. This does not control at all like the first 3D controlled Kirby game. This feels completely natural. It feels like exactly how it should control, every step of the way. It feels like everything just is how it's supposed to be. Like, at no point does this feel awkward or out of the way, like...
Well, yeah, remember
this is perfect.
Remember that bit, like, a couple episodes ago where I was like, I just like watching my character jump. Not even float, it's just, man, look at him jump. It just feels good.
Like, all the effort they put into the level design, the running around, like, the actual 3D and making sure it worked right. Perfect. At no point did this strike me as even a gimmick of, like, oh boy, the gimmick that Kirby can move in the three-dimensional plane kind of a weird way. Like, no, this felt completely natural the entire way through. Ton of content, ton of levels, plenty of exploration to go through them. I love exploration and kind of going back and exploring and looking around. So that's super cool. There weren't a ton of abilities, no. But, and I mentioned this before, each one of the abilities has several different ways to attack. Some Kirby games you just get like, oh, ice, it does this. That's literally all it does. Or whatever. Whereas here, you've got a ton of stuff. We just got through by effectively becoming rock.
Yeah.
And then you can do stuff like skate across the surface of water with ice. And ice isn't even one of the more standout abilities. And then there's the power-ups that add new things, like the fact that I do this and it builds a little wall, and then I can hit that wall and shoot ice across the town. Like, there's a lot going on. Yeah, maybe there's not in sheer numbers a number of different abilities, but there's a lot going on between all of those abilities and in using all of those abilities. And then they have the big mouth modes, which just kind of neat.
You know what, the one thing I liked about the big mouth modes that usually doesn't happen? Usually what happens is they advertise something like, oh, big mouth mode, and then you do it like every once in a while in the level. No, this game actually did big mouth mode quite a few times through some levels. Like occasionally you do like twice in a level with different mouthful modes. It was like, it was a central gimmick. It wasn't a gimmick that was just like, oh, we tacked this on to keep you interested. It was like, no, this is a core gameplay mechanic. You needed it to get through some levels.
Yeah, like some levels, or some games that I think of are Triple Deluxe and what was it? Return to Dreamland?
Was that the DS one that was the remake
no,
of the first
the big
game?
sword.
Oh. I think it's Return to Dreamland.
But, like, I think of those, and I think Triple Deluxe, the gimmick in that one wasn't much. They had to designate a small area for you to run around in, and you were just kind of, like, invincible, sort of, for it. Whereas in the big sword one, that similarly was... It wasn't something that felt like it was naturally built into the level. It felt like, here's your designated segment where you get this ability, and now you can use it to get past this obstacle that was designed specifically for it. And here, yeah, you get stuff like, there are obstacles that you have to have that to get by.
Like the boating sections.
Like the boating section. Or like, there's the big wall you have to crash into with the car, or whatever. But the way each ability itself controls and moves around is normal gameplay, just with a twist. Which makes them feel less like a gimmick and more like another ability. Like, car. It's just a car ability.
Yeah.
That's wheelie, effectively. Like, you drive around. It's a normal stage with normal obstacles and dudes in it, and you can just ram into them. It's wheelie. It's just another ability. And you can skip the abilities most of the time. Or you can use them to do fancy things. Like, you get water, and you can run through the area and, like, douse those meteors that were going down. And you can kill enemies with it or get rid of lava with it, but, like, you don't need that. Those are just obstacles otherwise. It feels very naturally part of the gameplay instead of a gimmick. I have a hard time coming up with a genuine complaint. There's one or two of the challenges that felt kind of dumb, like that Maxi Tomato on the Battle on the Big Bridge. But for the most part, I think it was cool.
Yeah, no.
Like, nothing jumps out at me as being annoying or hard to get or
I also
anything.
I also like the fact that if you missed some of the challenges, that the game would slowly reveal it to you, like, one by one, so at least you had, like, a chance to go back and get one by not by mistake, but, like, happenstance.
Yeah, and a lot of other
target one.
A lot of other accessibility things, like, you go through the little one-timey things, like with the flying bits,
the glide,
and they give you the star to go back and try again, just in case you go like, oh no, I thought I missed something. Because the rest of the level, typically, you can go back through.
Yeah.
Or stuff like when we're going through, the post-game area. How Elphalum would actually tell you, yeah, we got them all here.
Yeah, you don't...
No, you're missing 2 here.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't tell you that the first time through. And that's nice, too. I mean, he'd tell you if you got them all the first time through, which was nice. But he wouldn't go like, you got 2 left, or there's 4 in this area.
Yeah, it was definitely, it's like you definitely search for yourself, and if you just go on and you find out you've missed some, you go like, oh, I have to go back. And he goes like, hey, I think there's still a couple on this screen here. And you're like, oh, this is nice.
Like, this game is unbelievably good at being accessible, but not hand-holding.
Yeah, it's that, I think that's that perfect bit where, like, it's like Nintendo, this is where you need to be with your hand-holdy stuff. It's like, hands off, but still going like, hey, you just got done with this, but you missed some stuff back here. So, here's a clue of what you need to do.
Yeah, like, if you're playing through the stage a second time, and you've missed something, you're clearly there to collect those things, but we're not going to mess with you when you just want to play the level your first time. We're not going to bug you every step of the way and go like, no, you got to get this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Like, no, we just let you have fun. Do whatever. And, like, even unlocking the challenges at the end of each of the normal levels, they don't just tell you straight up, here's what they are. And when you beat the stage, they don't tell you, here's all of them. They just kind of go, here's a hint.
You missed one. Here's this one.
Yeah, here's a hint. If there's more, though. So, there's this one that you can work towards, but also keep poking around. Like, I think it's real cool. The only qualm I think I have with the whole... Now that I'm done praising the game, just unbelievably. I've already mentioned the controls feel good, but, like, all the abilities feel good, too. I think the homing bomb... Not the homing bomb. The, chain bomb is a little weird. But otherwise, like, all the abilities feel good. They're all a joy to use. The cutter with the big dumb blue thing on his head is kind of dumb looking.
The metal cutter.
Yeah, but, like, whatever. Look at him. He's happy. Just going, yeah. Looking
Okay.
at Elfilum.
What's your one complaint? Because
Okay.
I got a stupid joke to end this on, so...
My overall qualm with the game, I feel, is... Well, they're kind of tied to each other. In that, I feel like they didn't do enough thematically with the theme, which is this empty, abandoned, like, taken back over by nature kind of environment deal. Like, just going through each stage, yeah, there's the theme of this is like an old broken ghost house or whatever, but while you're playing through the level, you don't feel that. It just feels like a level with maybe some fixings around to remind you when you look at them. And I feel like if they had actually pushed the theme a little bit more, so you feel like you're exploring these genuinely abandoned places that have been overtaken a little bit more, instead of, like I said, feeling like you're just playing through a level that just every now and then you look and go, oh yeah, an escalator. That's a thing that existed.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes back to the whole, this is more kid-friendly, family-friendly stuff. That's like, they don't want to go too far in the implication, but they kind of have to, like, at least throw a bone here and there, because that was, like, just the bit at the end with the...
Yeah, did you see the body horror of that blue thing?
Yeah, that Fecto Forgo thing, where it was just like, oh, so there used to be people here, and then they left. I mean, that's enough to get me by, but I would like a little more concrete answers.
Yeah,
here.
and that's where I feel like the escalation near the end... I feel like I mentioned that I wanted one more world. And I felt like there was going to be one more world.
Not post-game world.
Not post-game world.
This
like
is a completely different world.
normal world. And I genuinely feel like we needed that one more world in order to escalate properly.
Yeah, because you just do DDD and then you go straight up to Leon Gar.
Yeah, and then it's just bam, bam, bam. Here's what happened to everybody. I'm a big bad guy. You're going to fight the big bad guy.
Rush.
You beat the game.
Yeah.
And I feel like they needed that escalation. And that would have been a really good place, I think, to beat up DDD. Just open a new world. Or not a new world, open a new stage. Make it the next stage the thing.
Yeah, it definitely would have felt better if there were, like, maybe 1 or 2 levels in between.
Well, I would have gone, fight DDD, that's the end of the stage.
Yeah.
After that, you go up, and it opens up the spaceship on top of the thing. You go up there and do that, that's not a new world. That is the creepy introduction, where you go up, you fight Leon Gar, and, Fecto Elphalus, or whatever it is.
Yeah, Fecto Elphalus.
Reveals itself, maybe grabs Leon Gar and corrupts him and takes off. Or some crap.
I think he...
I'm actually free, holy crap!
Yeah.
Like, take Elphalum or whatever and just go. And then, this is the escalation. Give us another world. An actual other world. Make it go into space or something. Kirby's got to go into space. Like, you've got to escalate thematically as well. Give us time to really feel why the people on this planet feared this thing and then abandoned the planet to get away from this thing. Like, you could do a lot with just that one more world up there. And it doesn't have to be a massive world. It could be a short world.
Yeah, no. It's like, it'd be a short world because there's no more point in saving any more Waddle Dees. You already got them by then.
Yeah, like, I mean, maybe saving some more Waddle Dees. I don't care.
Like, maybe a couple extra Waddle Dees.
Waddle Dees. Give us something to do in the stages. But there doesn't have to be, like, the power-up areas, the side areas, the power-up the abilities or anything. Like, nah, just give us the raw stages. Give us, like, 2-3 stages and then boss. Like, I just think of the escalation in Star Allies. which Star Isle Allies kind of got crap for being a relatively short game, and it was. But the escalation in that game was amazing. The way it slowly built up, and you're dealing with the Sisters, which is a recognizable entity that you've got to deal with, and then you build up to dealing with Eyeball Guy, and him being a guy.
I was always disappointed with his design, because I thought, like, oh, he looks cool. He's got, like, a wizard, but he's got that, like, black mage thing where he's covered, and then they, like, see his face, and he's like, "Brr," and I'm like, oh, okay, that just took 1,000% of the intimidation of this guy away forever.
And then, like, it builds up to weird heart thing, and then Void Termina, and the final world you're in, which is that weird, crazy space castle, horrible thing. Like, good escalation. Real good escalation. Whereas this game felt like you beat a world, and then instead of getting the world that would have the end escalation, it just gave you the final boss.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that was a good final boss, though. That was good crap. You got the weird heart-looking guy with the big head and the drippy ear, and then the wall of flesh coming at you.
The Big Daddy fight.
The Big Daddy fight. And then you got the actual, like, friggin' Fecto-Alphalim thing, which was, oh, that was a good fight. Amazing-looking design.
That ending was great.
Good attacks. You got to hit it in the face with a truck. We got to Optimus Prime that thing.
Mm-hmm. It gave us its face.
Like, good crap. And then you go into the whole little Fecto Leongar area where you go to the end, and, like, I'm 110% expecting that you get to the end and you fight Elphalus again. But you don't. You fight Morpho Knight.
Now, that was a good twist. I love that one.
What? And then you're like, okay. And then you go through the friggin' the Z tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And you fight your way up there. And you get Elphalim at the end, which you see, okay, yeah, this is a horrible thing. And when you beat Morpho Knight, you saw it, like, turn into goo and fly off again.
Yeah, and you saw that shadow.
But when it flew off again, the goo form that it was in, that was Elphalim while it was curled up.
Yeah.
So when you get to the Elphalim fight and you see that thing come down, it's like, it's the thing! And now it's turning into this, which is big and real horrible.
Yeah, because apparently from what it did is it has some Morpho Knight left over in it, so it's a mixture of Elphalus and Morpho Knight.
Yeah, like,
So
effectively Morpho Knight came in and took over
The body.
Elphalus.
Yeah, Elphalus.
And then, like, okay, I'm Morpho Knight with the power of all of the Elphalus crap in it. And it could take advantage of that. And this leads to whatever the crap Morpho Knight is, which I hold that... Okay, so Morpho Knight is apparently some being from the plane between planes that's supposed to be long forgotten and never found again. You know, Eldritch Horror crap.
I have heard Grim Reaper, but go on.
Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, Eldritch Horror crap also wants a fight. It wants the ultimate fight. It does not have morals like we would think. It's not like, oh, but this is bad. Oh, but they're fighting to save the world. Morpho Knight literally showed up and went,
1v1 me, bro.
Kirby is real heckin' powerful. And I know he's fighting Elphalus, but if I absorb Elphalus, I'ma be real heckin' powerful. And then what a fight that would be. Let's go, Kirby!
It just came in and went like, 1v1 me, bro. Final destination, no items.
I mean, yeah. But then the idea, because kind of Elphalus's whole deal, when you really think about it, is that it just absorbed the crap out of everything. It's pretty good at that. So I feel like from within Morpho Knight, it was like, okay, you're weak because Kirby just beat you up. I'ma take back over. And then we got the thing. And we got the cool fight. That was a cool fight!
Yeah, that was a
Holy
good fight.
crap, that was a cool fight! It coming in and out of the stars with the thing. And like the beams that came out of the different things, and it's like we're fighting the friggin'... They're fighting the friggin' like
We're fighting
the bird sphere.
You were fighting the god being mixed up with a Grim Reaper being kind of thing. It's definitely
good
magic.
crap, dang it!
You done yet? You still got more.
And then the orb!
Oh god, that thing.
I was like, okay, no, we beat this thing. This was a big, long, hard fight, dramatic. The big phantom thing in the distance? Holy crap! No, we beat that, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Did not expect a second phase.
It's like, no, I'm good. I am content. I have had my fill. You have sustained me this day, and I thank you for this hearty meal. And then they come out and say, would you like dessert?
And Timmy's over here, and he's dead, and I'm like,
Pass that over here. And like the weird orb thing, doing friggin' miracle matter crap and Mark's crap with the cutters coming out and the lasers everywhere. For a moment, I actually stopped and started watching his abilities, watching the little orbs, going...
Did you kind of expect them to go through all the abilities?
I was going like, if you're going to start doing miracle matter crap, I'm going to be so angry in the best way. That this friggin' Fecto thing at the end of the day ended up having something to do with dark matter? Don't do that to me, game!
Again, you want to do that Kirby Historia thing, just do it. You'll blow so many minds.
Anyway, I'm done!
You're done? Okay, I got two stupid...
I've worked up a sweat being excited about this game.
Okay, I lied. I have two stupid jokes to end on.
Okay.
Okay, when I say the cue, it'll be funny. Just hit this button. First off, we ended up on 2022.
Hey.
That's the year this game came out in. And last stupid joke of this playthrough. This game did not come with a chlorine plushie. 0 out of 10. Bye!